Hello dear students, welcome once again. In our today's lecture, we are going to see what are suppository bases and what are their ideal requirements. We are also going to study the most commonly used suppository bases. So let's begin with our today's lecture. So, starting with introduction, suppository bases play important role in maintaining the shape, solidity as well as play important role when inserted into the body cavity. Also, it exerts influence on the action of drug that have been dissolved or distributed in them, right? Because the drug must be released from the bases rapidly and dissolve in the fluid of the cavity, right? So that we can get the desired action. Thus, suppository bases are of prime importance since more rapid is the release of the drug from the base, faster will be the absorption. Therefore, it is essential to select the appropriate base. Now, looking at the ideal properties of the suppository bases. So, the first is it must retain the shape and size. Then, it should shrink sufficiently to remove from mold. Then, it should have good emulsifying and wetting property. It should have acid value below 0.2. It should have iodine value less than 7. It should have saponification value in range between 200 to 245. The other factors are it should be non-toxic and non-irritating to mucous membrane. It should be compatible with variety of drugs. It should melt or dissolve at body temperature. It should not bind or otherwise interfere with the release or absorption of drug substances, and the base should be stable on storage, that is, it should not soften or harden on storage. So these were the ideal properties of suppository base. Now let us look at the type of suppository bases. The first one is oily bases or oleaginous bases. The second one is water soluble and water miscible bases. They are also known as aqueous bases or hydrophilic bases. Then the third one is emulsifying or synthetic bases. Getting? Now further, oleaginous bases or oily bases, they mainly includes cocoa butter or hydrogenated oils, whereas the second one, that is the hydrophilic bases or water soluble bases, examples are gelatin bases, second polyethylene glycol. Okay, now moving to third one, that is emulsifying or synthetic bases, examples are first vitapsol, second mesaesternium, and third masupol. Getting? Now let us look to this basis one by one. So the first one, that is the oleaginous basis or oily basis. So we will be studying cocoa butter. So it is a natural triglyceride. Cocoa butter is fat obtained from roasted seeds of Theobroma coca. Then chemically it is a triglyceride, that is combination of glycerin and one or more different fatty acids, primarily of oleopalmitoyl stearate and oleodiesterine. Getting? Further, it can exist in more than one crystalline form or exhibits polymorphism. It consists of mixture of esters of oleic acid, palmitic acid, stearic acid and other fatty acids with glycerol. At room temperature, it is yellowish white solid having a faint agreeable chocolate-like odor. It melts at 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. So students, that is degree Celsius and not 350 degree. Okay. So it melts at 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. Moving further, advantages of oleaginous bases. The first one is it liquefies readily on warming and sets rapidly on cooling. Next is it has emollient effect which is useful to relieve inflammation. Third, it shows good release of water soluble drugs. It is miscible with many ingredients and it does not causes irritation in mucous membrane. Now, after advantages, we'll be seeing the disadvantages of cocoa butter. So, first one is polymorphism, that is, cocoa butter form different crystalline form depending on the temperature of melting, rate of cooling, and size of the mass. Some are stable and rest are unstable. Getting? Then adhere to the mold. Okay. So, theobroma oil or cocoa butter may adhere to the mold surface since it does not contract enough on cooling, thus requires lubrication of the mold that we are going to use. Then the next is softening point softening point too low for hot climates. So students, as stated, it softens at 34 degrees Celsius, which is considered to be low for hot climate. Thus, to raise the softening point, white beeswax may be added to the base. Then the next one is it is susceptible to rancidification, so it should be stored in airtight place away from light. It gives soft suppository when formulated along with chloral hydrate, phenol, volatile oil which have low melting point. Moving further disadvantages, slow decomposition during storage. So students, in case of this type of base, there is a slow decomposition, maybe due to the oxidation of the unsaturated glycerides. Then it has poor water absorbing capacity, which makes it unfit or unsuitable for introducing aqueous solution of drug. Okay. Then the next one is sometime leakage may occur, and the next disadvantage is it is relatively having higher cost. So these are the disadvantages of oleaginous bases. Now moving to second one, that is hydrophilic bases or water soluble bases. So again, these are of three types which are generally used. The first one is glycerogelatin base. The second one is soap gelatin base. It's soap glycerin based, and polyethylene glycol. Getting? So let us see one by one. So first one, that is glycerogelatin based. So student, as this base consists of gelatin, then glycerin and water, right, as the name itself indicates. However, their proportions vary as per BP as well as USP. According to BP, 14% gelatin, 70% glycerin, then remaining amount by water and drug, whereas as per USP, 20% of gelatin, 70% of glycerin and water plus drug are used. Then talking about the properties of this glycerogelatin base, so it is colorless, transparent or translucent in nature, it is soft to touch and it melts at 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. Moving further, these bases are used infrequently, that is, they are not widely used because they are more difficult to make and offer few advantages. Also, the base material has a soft rubbery consistency rather like a candy gummy worms, which make them suitable for vaginal administration, but they are not firm enough for rectal use. Okay. Now looking at the advantages of this water soluble bases, the first advantage is it melts at body temperature, then it mixes with body fluid, it does not get rancid easily, then it can be used to prepare suppositories using boric acid, then chloral hydrates, bromides, iodines, then iodoform opium, etc. Moving further to the disadvantages of this water soluble bases, they include it is difficult to prepare and handle. Then here there are the chances of bacterial growth. Okay. The next is it has highly hygroscopic in nature, thus requires careful storage. Okay. And it has its own physiological action, that is it produces laxative activity. Okay, it has a laxative action. Then it is incompatible with tannic acid, ferric chloride, etc. So moving to next one, that is soap glycerin base. So students, as the name itself indicates, this soap glycerin bases for suppositories are prepared by mixing soap and glycerin. Okay, then soap is used as a hardening material as in case of glycerin in glycerogelatin base. Then sodium stearate up to 95% of glycerin can be incorporated and can be produced in suit by interaction of sodium carbonate with stearic acid. Then they have these following characteristics. The characteristics include they are water soluble, they are very hygroscopic in nature, they have their own therapeutic action, they require lubricating agent to lubricate the surface of the mold cavities, and they dissolve in the body fluid but does not melt at body temperature. Getting students? So this is about soap glycerin base. Now moving to next one, that is third one. So that is polyethylene glycol, or that is also known as macrogol. Okay, so this is commonly known as carbovaxes and polyglycols. They are long chain polymers of ethylene oxides. Then they are available in wide range of hardness and melting points. They do not melt at body temperature and therefore they can be stored at room temperature. They are available in solid, liquid and semi-solid state depending on their molecular weights. Okay. Further, liquids have molecular weight about 200 to 600, whereas solids have molecular weight of more than 1000. They are chemically stable and physiologically inert substance and do not allow the bacterial or mold growth to take place. Getting? So, their advantages are this base is thermostable, it does not get degraded or hydrolyzed, then it does not support microbial growth, it does not move out from body cavity after introducing, it has good water absorbing capacity, okay, and it is comparatively more chemically stable. Whereas talking about disadvantages, so it is susceptible to rancidification, so it should be stored in dry place away from light. It melts easily in warm weather, so it should be stored in cool place in warm season. Okay, and large quantity of water cannot be incorporated into the base, so emulsifiers such as Twin 61 6 to 10% are used to increase the absorption of water. Getting? So now further disadvantages, the physical characteristics of the bases are changed or they may change from batch to batch. Sometimes leakage may be occur after introducing in body cavity. They dissolve certain types of plastics such as polythene and bakelite, and therefore a precaution has to be taken while selecting the appropriate container. Okay, so now moving to the third type of base, that is the emulsifying or synthetic bases. So these are synthetic bases and the three popular brands are, first one that is Vitapsol, then the next one that is Mesaesternium, and third one is Masupol. Okay, so let us look one by one. So first one that is Vitapsol. So they contain or they consist of triglycerides of saturated vegetable fatty acids with varying percentage of partial esters. Okay, a small amount of beeswax is added for use in hot climate, and it should not be cooled rapidly as it may become brittle and fracture. Lubrication is required in case of Vitapsol. Okay, so now moving to second one. Okay, that is mesaesternium. So it is mixture of mono, di and triglycerides of saturated fatty acids, and it is white, brittle, almost odorless and tasteless solid. Also student, it has a melting point of 33.5 to 35.5 degrees Celsius, and they are available in various grades, but grade B is commonly used in dispensing. Then moving to third one, that is Masupol. So it consists of glyceryl esters mainly of lauric acid, to which a small amount of glyceryl monostearate is added. Getting? So that's all students. Now we'll be seeing the advantages of emulsifying or synthetic bases. So they solidify rapidly, they are non-irritating, the lubrication of mold is not required, overheating does not affect the physical properties of the base, and they can absorb fairly large amount of water or aqueous liquids. Further, the white, colorless, clean and attractive suppositories are produced. That is, they are comparatively more attractive in appearance, and they are less liable to get rancid, thus they are more stable. Whereas the disadvantages of emulsifying or synthetic bases are they should not be cooled rapidly in refrigerator because they may become brittle, and they are not very viscous on melting. Therefore, the medicament incorporated in the base settles down rapidly. Okay, so that's all students in our today's video. Thank you for watching.